Welcome back to Joe Hargis Athletic Field in Rockport on 103.3 The Fix Sports. South Spencer and Jasper, non-conference affair on a Wednesday evening. Want to welcome those watching on WJTS 18 Sports in Jasper on delay. Every Jasper game is broadcast live and delay later in the evening after their ball games. Kurt Guxell normally has the outstanding call. He is on assignment with a radio broadcast this evening, so we're filling in for him with our radio call tonight. Want to welcome those folks watching. On the mound, getting his warm-ups for South Spencer, is right-hander Noah Bunner. The junior is 3-2, a 2.84 earned run average. In 25 and a third innings, he's given up 18 runs, 8 of those earned on 25 hits, walked 9, and struck out 16. He'll face this lineup from the Jasper Wildcats. The center fielder, Eli Hope, will lead off. Cody Morton at second base bats second. Connor Foley plays left field and bats third. The designated hitter is Andrew Wallace. He'll clean up and bat for the pitcher, Jack Albrand. Ross Peter catches and bats fifth. Joe Blibahusen at first base bats sixth. Grant Stratton plays third and bats seventh. Ben Henke, the shortstop, bats eighth. And Will Troxler out in right field bats ninth. So again, it is Eli Hope, Morton Foley, Wallace, Peter, Libahusen, Stratton, Henke, and Troxler for the Jasper Wildcats in at a ridiculous 21-2. They have had another outstanding regular season for the Wildcats, outright SIAC champions in their first year in that league, undefeated outright champions in the SIAC under the direction of Hall of Fame head coach Terry Gobert. A couple of Hall of Famers going at each other, and a couple up here in the press box tonight as well, including Coach Jim Hoff. I'm Steve Kolb. I'm not the Hall of Famer, by the way, and I'm not either one of the two Hall of Famers up here. Of course, Wildcat fans watching know who the other one is. It's Coach Ray Howard, longtime Jasper Southridge head coach. And here we go. Defensively for the Rebels, real quick, Ashton Tyndall is in left, Kobe Bartlett in center, Hayden Durnall is in right. Around the infield, Houston Compton at third, Cade Hughes at short, Jalen Johnson at second, and Jake Studeville at first. First pitch swinging is Eli Hope, and he'll sky one in the air. Near the bag at second, it is the second baseman, Jalen Johnson. 2 steps onto the outfield grass, and he'll glove it for out number 1. Hope picked on the first pitch, come in hitting .354 with 17 driven in, and had walked 20 times out of that leadoff spot, but he is out number 1.
Pitch was up and in. He couldn't do anything with it, and it obviously was a ball, and he chased it.
Cody Morton, the second baseman, stands in, takes a fastball away, 1-0. Morton at .313 with 18 driven home. Studeville winds and delivers, and misses. Not Studeville. He pitched last night. This is Noah Bunner. We'll get back in the groove here. Bunner misses low and away. It's 2-0. Getting that wind blowing out. Just at a light ripple out to center field now, and that pitch is upstairs, 3-0.
Yeah, that's the one thing Bunner, I know has got to work hard at. Don't put anybody on base. Make them hit the ball to get on base.
The pitch is way outside of the backstop, ball 4, and Morton draws the 4-pitch walk. Bunner had walked 9 coming in 25 and a third innings, and just issued his 10th there. And here is Connor Foley, a large young man, stands in at .388, 7 bombs and 30 driven in. Saw him go the other way at Patriot Baseball Park in Lincoln City against Heritage Hills earlier this year. Went the other way with one. There's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Pretty easy swing to take one out the other way. He's a big, strong young man. Bunner's 0-1. Runner goes, pitches up high. Roff's throw down, and it is easily in time for out number 2. Roff threw a strike with the second baseman, Jalen Johnson, covering, and Morton is caught stealing 2-4.
He had a good ball to handle, and his release time was really good.
The pitch was upstairs, so it is 1-1, I believe, to Foley.
Right.
The pitch from Bunner with the bases clear. That's an off-speed pitch that misses very high. It's 2-1. Jasper 7-0 winners over county rival Forest Park their last time out. Pop foul back out of play. Again, Bunner got in on the hands of the Wildcat hitter.
Stay out of the middle. Keep it in or out. Sure helps his chances.
2-2 to Foley. 2 down bases clear, top of the first. The pitch.
Got him to chase in, but he barely got a piece of it.
Fastball away, and Foley just got a piece. I beg your pardon, I've caught a coughing fit. Caught Harry Carey disease. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. High fastball, and Foley swung through it for out number 3. Wildcats send the minimum to the plate in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left thanks to the caught stealing. We played a half an inning. Wildcats nothing. Rebels are coming up after this. On the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard, scoreless ball game on 103.3 The Fix and WJTS 18 Sports. On the mound for Jasper is left-hander Jack Albrand. Albrand with a record of 1-1 with a save. The ERA at 3.5. He has walked 18, struck out 25 on the hill this season, and he'll face this lineup. From the South Spencer Rebels, Jalen Johnson, the second baseman, leads off. The pitcher, Noah Bunner, bats second. Jackson Roth catches and bats third. The center fielder, Kobe Bartlett, cleans up. Houston Compton is on the number 5 hole. Andy plays third base. Cage Hughes, the shortstop, bats sixth. The designated hitter again tonight is John Brown. He'll bat 7th in place of the left fielder, Ashton Tyndall. Hayden Durnall gets the start in right field tonight. He'll bat 8th. And Jake Studeville at first base bats 9th. So against it's Johnson, Bunner, Roth, Bartlett, Compton, Hughes, Brown, Durnall, and Studeville for the 12 and 11 South Spencer Rebels under the direction of Hall of Fame head coach Brian Keister. Rebels down a couple of guys from last night. You heard Coach Keister talk in the pregame interview on the radio that Holton Compton, twin brother of Houston Compton, jammed a finger in the dog pile in the middle of the infield after the extra inning wins over county rival Heritage Hills last night. And in that game late, Nathan Hurt, the left fielder, jammed an ankle coming into the bag at second base on an awkward slide on a stolen base attempt and ended up fracturing that ankle, we understand. So here's Johnson, and he takes a fastball in the dirt, 1-0. So likely his season is done, and that's a shame for that young man, but he's got a very bright future on the baseball field.
He's got, in the sports program period, he's going to be a big part of it.
Albrand's 1-0 is a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees. It's 1-1. Jalen Johnson at 250 with 5 driven in. Had a couple of walks against Heritage Hills a night ago here in Rockport. The pitch. Another one on the outside corner at the knees. It's 1-2.
That's an awful nice pitch here. If he can stay down there, why, it's going to be a long afternoon for the Rebels.
Slightly built right-hander, or left-hander, I should say, winds and deals, and the breaking pitch stays up and away to Johnson. It's 2-2.
He's typical left-hander. He's got that good movement coming out of his hand, and we saw one of Du Bois on Saturday that we had trouble with.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss through the fastball past Johnson, and he is out number 1. Jalen Johnson strikes out. Here's the Rebel pitcher, Noah Bunner, at 217 with 8 driven in. Bunner had a good night at the plate a night ago. 2 for 5 with a run scored. And he'll offer it the first pitch and foul it out of play, 0-1.
Albrand throwing pretty good velocity, keeping it down, and got great movement.
Ready for the 0-1. Another one fouled out of play first base side. That'll get out onto Bill Evans Avenue. Some fans still walking up the street from the parking area outside of right field. Neighborhood ballpark here in Rockport. Bill Evans Avenue along the first base line, Vine Street along the third base line, and Jim Hoff Boulevard outside left field. Upstairs with an off-speed pitch, it's 1-2.
That's the one pitch he hadn't gotten over yet. It's his curveball.
Bases clear, 1 down, home half of the first inning. We are scoreless. The pitch way up and away with a fastball. 2-2. Wild enough that Peter, the catcher, couldn't corral that one. It was well up and away. So we'll do a 2-2 to Bunner. The wind and the pitch from Albrand. Swing and a miss. He chased the fastball way up and out of the zone, and Bunner is out number 2.
Yeah, that was a bad chase.
So bases clear, 2 down for Jackson Roth, the Rebel catcher at 3:57, 12 driven home. Roth aboard 3 times last night, takes a fastball high, 1-0. Walked twice, had an RBI single, scored a run. Here comes the 1-0 from Allbrand. Ground ball to the second baseman, off the glove and nearly barehanded by Morton, but he cannot make the play. It'll be an error on the Wildcat second baseman. Chance to get in front of that one, Coach, but he tried to play it off to the side and it caught him.
They didn't want to get squared up.
So the Rebels get a base runner here in the bottom of the first inning, and here's Kobe Bartlett with 2 down. Bartlett at 263 with 10 driven in. Bartlett with an infield single in that eighth inning, I should say. That's fouled back out of play last night. Yeah, led off with it was the 7th inning, I beg your pardon, that he led off, where I had a 1-out single for his only hit of the night. 0-1 here. Roth at first, 2 down. Allbrand's pitch, way up and away. 1-1.
I mean, as a hitter, at this point, you got to be looking fastball because that's the pitch he's getting over.
Not a big lead for Roth at first. 2 down, the pitch. Fouled away first base side. That'll get out of play into the Jasper bullpen beyond the first base dugout. 1-2 on Bartlett. Ready for a 1-2 pitch. Outside of the fastball. Good eye for Bartlett. It's 2-2. We're off the runner at first, and now Bartlett will step out of the batter's box. Brian Keister down in that third base coaching box through a set of signs. Seton Embry in the coaching box at first this inning. The pitch fouled back to the screen, had a good cut at the fastball there, and it's still 2-2.
Just a little bit late. A little late. Going to have to gear it up just a bit.
Not a big lead at first, 2 down. And another 2-2 from Allbrand to Bartlett. Runner goes, shows bunt, pushes at third base side. Nicely done. Allbrand will pick it up, throw to first, and he'll just get it. No, not in time, says the first base umpire. Libba, who's in the first base coach, the first baseman rather, was there. Here comes head coach Terry Gobert to question the call, asking why it was called safe. And Bartlett aboard on the infield bunt base hit. That was unconventional there, Coach, with 2 down.
Yes, it was. It was a nice bunt. And I don't know what – I thought he'd probably going to be out, and I don't know what happened down there.
Yeah. Here's Houston Compton. Took a high strike. I don't know if they say he swung or whether it was just a strike. It was up above the belt. He tried to check, and the end result, either way, is strike 1. Allbrand comes set. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball in the inside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 on Compton, hitting .237, a home run, 11 driven in.
That's a good pitch from the left-hander. You got right under Compton's hands, and you can't do much with it.
Ready for the 0-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball in the dirt. Peter will put the tag on Compton, and he is out on strikes to end it. Rebels get a couple of base runners in the first, but cannot score. No runs, a hit, an error, and 2 left. We played an inning at Joe Hargis Athletic Field in Rockport on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. The Rebels and Wildcats are scoreless on 103.3 The Fix Sports and WJTS 18 Sports. Olb and Jim Hoff back in Rockport. Scoreless game as we go to inning number 2. 4, 5, and 6 for the Jasper Wildcats. Andrew Wallace, Ross Peter, and Job Libahusen to step in against right-hander Noah Bunner. Sophomore right-hander. Face Andrew Wallace. Big, strong left-handed hitter. 277 average with 12 driven home. Been DHing, I think, most of the year for the Wildcats. Anytime I've seen him anyway, he's been DHing. And there's a strike over the outside, 0-1. We may have an outside corner again tonight, Coach. That's low. It's 1-1. Bunner looks in. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball skied out into center. Very playable for Kobe Bartlett. Nearly in his tracks. He'll glove it for out number 1. Lots of room for a center fielder to make plays out in this outfield, Coach.
Yes, a lot of room.
Especially when you get under it.
And, if you get balls that's got some hang time to them, why, you'd like to think they're going to get caught.
Here's the catcher, Ross Peter. Takes a breaking ball strike, 0-1. Peter at 286 with 13 driven in. 410 feet to straightaway center, and that's not the deepest part of the park. That's driven on a line out into center field. Bartlett coming in toward left center, and he'll get there to glove it for out number 2. 2 down bases clear for Libahusen. Peter hit that pretty well, but enough air under it that Bartlett could get there to make the catch.
That's push it up in the air and hit it to the big part.
Yep. Job Libahusen, the first baseman at 254, 15 driven in, picks on the first pitch, flies to right, I should say. Going back is the right fielder Hayden Durnall, and he'll make the catch in a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Noah Bunner.
6 pitches.
2 flyouts and a line out, and Jasper goes in order in the second. We'll head to the home half of inning number 2. On the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard, it remains Rebels 0, Wildcats 0 on 103.3 The Fix Sports. 6, 7, and 8 for South Spencer as we go to the home half of the second inning. Cage Hughes, John Brown, and Hayden Durnall for South Spencer. First 2 in this inning went back-to-back with home runs in the win against Heritage Hills last night. Grand slam from Cage Hughes got the Rebels on the board in the third inning, and John Brown followed with a solo shot. A big-time rarity, back-to-back home runs in this ballpark. Hughes at 344, his first home run of the season, and now 10 driven in. He takes a fastball off the outside corner from the junior left-hander Jack Albrand. It's 1-0. The pitch. There's a fastball strike on the outside. It's 1-1. Outfield playing Hughes the other way. They don't think he'll get around on Albrand's fastball. And it's popped up. First base side foul. Libahusen giving it a look. He may have a play, and he does on the cinder warning track in front of his own dugout, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Now back for Rebels, number 19, John Brown.
So here's the designated hitter, John Brown, at 244. His first home run of the season last night. He's driven home 9. Fastball just missed low and away, 1-0. So it looks like the Wildcat game plan is to pitch away and play the Rebel hitters the other way in the outfield. And that's way upstairs from Albrand and away, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, that left center field gap is a lot of territory.
The 2-0. There's a strike on the inside. It's 2-1. Brown checked and did not offer, but it was in there. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Chased the letter high fastball and came up empty, and it's 2-2. Albrand's got enough pop. He's going to be hard to catch up there, Coach.
Oh, yes. That's his pitch, definitely, right now.
The 2-2. Went up there again, away from Brown, and Brown held off this time. And it's 3-2. Hayden Durnall, the right fielder, waits on deck. Fouled back to the screen. Got another belt-high fastball. Too close to take, and he was able to fight it off. See if Allbrand stays upstairs to Brown and how he deals with it, the pitch. Nope. Right down the middle with that fastball, and he blew him away. Brown is out number 2. Already the 4th strikeout for Jack Allbrand.
Now back number 8, Hayden Durnall.
And here's Hayden Durnall, the right fielder at 219, getting the start tonight after a couple of Rebels were not available tonight. Nathan Hurt, normal left fielder, is out with that ankle injury. Holton Compton injured in the celebration last night. Durnall a wave and a miss at a pitch up and away. 0-1.
Now that pitch almost out in the other batter's box.
Allbrand's 0-1. Off speed, catches the outside corner. It's 0-2.
I think that's his first strike with his curveball. Called.
Base is clear, 2 down. Bottom of the second, we're scoreless. Allbrand's 0-2 to Durnall. Way up and away. Gets good run away from the right-hand hitter. Into the left-hand hitter with that pitch, with that fastball. 2-2 pitch. That's lined out into right field. Coming in is Troxler, and he'll have to play it on a hop. Durnall, he's a strong guy. We know that from football season. He was able to fight that pitch off and line it out into right for a 2-out single. Second hit for the Rebels.
Yeah, that ball was inside, and he stayed inside of it somehow and just muscled it out there.
So here's the number 9 hitter, the first baseman, Jake Studeville at 283, a home run and 10 driven in. One of the 5 Rebel seniors being honored before the ball game tonight. Allbrand stretches and deals. And misses away with that fastball, 1-0. That's probably one of the reasons Wildcats are playing the Rebels the other way is that fastball tails. It runs away from the right-hander.
Mm-hmm.
Average lead for Durnall, the 1-0 plateward. Is a strike just under the belt on the inner third. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that's a great pitch, as I alluded to a while ago. Left-hander gets in there. Why, that's almost automatic.
Throw to first, and Durnall back in standing. And that, yeah, huge for the left-hander. I mean, sure, the right-hander wants to do that against left-hand hitters, but the lefty's going to face a whole lot more opposite-handed hitters than the righty does, and that's huge to be able to get to establish that corner. Down low, 2-1. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss, chased the high fastball and came up empty. It's 2-2.
Yeah, can't be swinging at that one.
Durnall, the runner at first on a 2-out base hit. The 2-2 to Studeville from Allbrand. Swing and a miss. Allbrand able to throw the fastball by some guys here in the first couple of innings, and he has struck out 5. In the inning for the Rebels, no runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left. We've played 2 at Joe Hargis Athletic Field. On the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard, South Spencer and Jasper remain knotted up at 0 on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Jim Hoff, I'm Steve Kolb, back in Rockport. Scoreless game as we go to inning number 3. Bottom third of the order for Jasper. Grant Stratton, Ben Henke, and Will Troxler do. Both pitchers have been effective early. Bunner pitches, and Stratton a swing and a miss, hitting 201 with 1 driven in and limited action. Here comes the 0-1 from the sophomore. Grounded down the third base side. Foul. There's that veteran move from the old head coach. Terry Gobert let that one go like a veteran.
Yes, he's been around.
The pitch. Just off the outside corner. Nice looking pitch. And it's 1-2.
Yeah, that was a good 0-2 pitch right there, and that'll work for you.
1-2. Breaking ball just sweeps away. 2-2 to Stratton. Stratton, a senior, skies one foul, backing out of play. We stay at 2-2. Two off speed, just stays high. It's 3-2.
Yeah, that was a nice curveball, and they changed the speed on it and just high. Got to make this guy hit the ball.
3-2. Fouled back to the screen. Good fastball away from Stratton, and he spoiled it. We'll do another 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Another foul ball first base side and out of play. Another protective cut from Stratton to stay alive.
I don't think either one of those pitches were strikes, but you couldn't take them. You know, he had to go.
Another 3-2. Checked on the high fastball. Rebels don't ask for an appeal. It is ball 4. I thought that he might come back inside, but I thought he might come down and in to Stratton. Came up and in and didn't get a swing.
Number 4, Ben.
Second walk issued by Bunner to go along with the one strikeout. And here's the shortstop, Ben Hinkie, at 3:08 with 7 driven in. Bunner the stretch and the pitch. Hinkie shows bunt, takes one high, 1-0. Terry Gobert will play small ball as much as anybody around, and his team executes it at a very high level.
Yeah, they're going to do something here. You can bet on that.
Third baseman Houston Compton is even with the bag at third. And that is driven out into left center field and deep. Bartlett will get over there, reach up, and make the catch. Stratton was 2/3 of the way to second. He'll retreat to first. Hinkie hit it well, but out to left for out number 1.
Yeah, you know, when you're about 6'3" or 6'4", you can glide like that. You know, he had that ball all the way.
Yes, he did. Yeah, it's nice when every stride covers a lot of ground.
Yes, sir.
So here's the number 9 hitter, Will Troxler, at 364 and 7 driven in. Runner at first, 1 down. Bunner the stretch and the pitch. Shows bunt, pushes it third base side. It'll be Bunner to bare hand. Bobble slightly. Sidearm throw to first is in time for out number 2. Nicely played by Bunner. Sacrifice for Troxler. 1-3 on the putout. 2 down as Stratton moves into scoring position.
Yeah, there's a situation, Steve, where, you know, you as a defender, you have to catch the ball. You know, how many times have we seen that where we failed to catch? But he was fortunate enough to be able to pick it up on his second grab and get his man.
So here's Eli Hope. Drives a line drive out into left. Going back, reaching up is Tyndall, and he can't make the play. Around third and coming in to score is Stratton. Hope will pull in at second base.
Yeah, ball was hit good, and he was right there to catch it. And I don't know what happened. He jumped, but didn't make contact with the ball.
Calling that a double or an error?
I'll let you decide that.
So here's Cody Morton, the second baseman. Without an official at bat, he walked his first time. Takes one just upstairs, 1-0. Runner in for Jasper. Runner at second base, 2 down. The pitch fouled back to the screen, just right off the end of the bat. Was fooled by velocity on that one. It's 1-1. We'll call it a double because, like I said, I'm not sure he made any contact on it. We'll give Hope the RBI, is 18th. We'll see what J.C. Davis does with the official book down in the Rebel bullpen. There's a breaking ball that stays inside, and Morton gladly wears that one on his left sleeve.
Well, this is not a time to cave in when you give up 1 run and end up being big fella walking up there with the bat. Looks like he can. He knows what to do with it.
Well, 7 home runs and 30 driven in on the season. So, not the guy you want to bring to the plate in this situation. There's a changeup high, 1-0. Connor Foley struck out swinging his first time. He's 0 for 1. Outfield is very deep and straight away. Bunner the stretch. Check of the runner, and the 1-0 plate work. popped him up. That might stay in play first base side. Studeville looking in foul territory, cannot find it, and it is a foul ball. Bunner and Studeville both there. Roth stayed to cover home plate, and neither one of them found it.
No, Bunner needs to stay out of there. That's first baseman's ball all the way. And he was looking at, and they were looking at one another, and I got it. No, I don't got it. You know, one of those deals.
So, Foley back to the plate. The pitch. Another fly ball out into shallow right. It'll actually stay in the infield. Johnson, the second baseman, calls and gloves. 3 steps onto the outfield grass for the third out of the inning. But Jasper gets the lead in this one, a run on a base hit. No errors and a runner left. We will head to the bottom of the third on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. It's now Jasper 1, South Spencer nothing on 103.3 The Fix and WJTS 18 Sports. Top of the order for South Spencer as we go to the home half of the third. We've already had one fan weigh in with a text telling us that should have been an error in that last inning instead of a base hit. Well, maybe they went and actually checked with J.C. Davis, so we'll likely change that to an error. Jalen Johnson takes one low and away, 1-0. Strikeout victim in the first. Allbrand struck out 5 first time around. He misses low here, 2-0. Rebels got a couple of hits and had a man reach on an error. The junior lefty winds and deals, and he misses in the dirt. 3-0 to Johnson.
It's time to take a couple pitches.
Noah Bunner and Jackson are off to follow.
We got top of the order if we can get him on base and go from there.
Johnson thought Allbrand was working a little too fast for him, so he asks for time and steps out. May have gotten some dust up in the eyes as well.
You can always get dust in your eye,
No doubt.
Timeout.
They watered the field probably at least twice before the game, and you can still get dust down there. 3-0, taking all the way. It's strike one, right down the middle to Johnson. Outfield not very deep, and around toward right center. Johnson ready for a 3-1. Way up and away, ball 4. And Jalen Johnson aboard to start the third for the Rebels. First free pass issued by Allbrand to go along with the 5 strikeouts.
Bunner needs to be selective now. He struck out on a terrible 3-2 pitch. He needs to make sure he gets a strike.
Showing bunt, and I think bunted through one. Throw down to first behind the runner is not in time. So 0-1. Bunner tried to bunt a fastball up and away and missed it.
Yeah, it was a ball.
Yep. Here comes the 0-1. Shows bunt again instead of throw to first.
See, now there's why you throw to first. You got the batter to commit. Now you know what's going on unless coach changes.
Bunner, another look down at Brian Keister in the third base box. The 0-1 here. He does show bunt again and fouls it off. Another throw behind the runner, and Johnson again dives back to the bag safely.
What is the count, Steve? I can't. It's 0-1 on the board, but that's not.
I think that was a ball. I don't think he offered it that one. I think it's 1-1, but we're not 100% sure. The pitch, swing, and a miss. And evidently it was 0-2. Evidently he did try to bunt that last one, and that is a strikeout for out number 1. So runner at first, 1 down for Jackson Roth. Reached on an error his first time on a ground ball to second base.
Starting to get his curveball over just a little bit this inning. Pretty good hook.
Johnson with an average lead over there at first. The pitch, low and away to Roth, 1-0. The stretch for Allbrand. Here comes the 1-0. Roth taking just above the belt. It's 1-1.
Should be 2-0.
2-0. I'm sorry. That's my. Yeah, both out of the zone. 2-0 to Roth.
We hope that's not the biggie. No, that's the biggie.
The stretch and the pitch. Fouled back out of play. 2-1.
One thing I do know, if you write
Kobe Bartlett waits on deck. Jalen Johnson walked to start this third inning. He's there with one down.
I'm sure Jack Albrand would go for that.
Here comes the 2-1. Runner goes. Down low. Peter able to block it but has no throw to second. Johnson picked a great pitch to run on, and he got a good jump, and he's in with the stolen base.
Well done on his part.
So he's in scoring position with one down. And now it's just like you got the sacrifice accomplished.
Yep. Have to go about it another way.
I believe it's 3-1 to Roth with Bartlett on deck. Albrand the stretch and the pitch. Down low for ball 4. And I say I believe because the red numbers on the scoreboard here in Rio, and we're looking through plexiglass as well. Sometimes on sunny days, they get drowned out a little bit by the sunlight. And so it's sometimes hard to tell. But second walk of the inning for Rebel batters. 2 aboard, 1 down for Kobe Bartlett. Reached on a bunt single his last time. The stretch and the pitch. Swinging away and fouling it back over our heads. 0-1 on Bartlett. Huge gap in left center field. Eli Hope, the center fielder, swung way around toward right center. Here comes the 0-1 from Albrand. Breaking ball, swung on, foul tipped at the plate. It's 0-2.
He takes a lot off of that pitch and changes speeds with it.
Jalen Johnson, the runner, at second. Jackson Roth at first. Both walked. 1 down. Bottom of the third. Wildcats lead 1-0. The 0-2 to Bartlett. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball. Disappeared from Kobe, and he is out number 2. Strikeout number 7. And here's Houston Compton. He struck out his first time.
As Compton steps up, he struck out of the first, and he's up here in the home half of the third.
Rebels have made only 1 out on a batted ball in this game. All the other outs have been on strikeouts. Fastball had the plate but low. 1-0 to Houston Compton. Just Cage Hughes' pop out in foul territory in the second inning. The only ball the Rebels have put in play for an out. Had a couple of base hits and a couple of walks. Albrand's 1-0 is down low, 2-0. Johnson a lead at second. Roth at first, 2 down. Bottom of the third. Rebels trail the Wildcats 1-0. The stretch from Albrand. And the 2-0 coming to Compton. Almost hit him inside with a fastball. 3-0. Houston he wasn't real quick to get out of the way of that, but it was a fastball, and it did miss that front knee just a little bit. So now way ahead, 3-0. The pitch. Taking, and it's down low for ball 4, and here's Cage Hughes with the bases loaded and 2 down. And well, he was up at the plate with the bases loaded in the third inning last night, Coach, and good things happened for the Rebels with a grand slam home run.
Number 14, Cage.
Not going to be greedy and ask for the grand slam, but you would like to see a good at-bat here from Cage and make something happen.
Hit the ball on the nose somewhere. Hit it hard. You can't control where it goes. You just try to hit it hard.
Johnson, the runner, at third. Roth at second. Compton at first. Meeting at the mound for the Jasper infielders. Hughes popped out in foul territory his first time. Albrand will stay with the stretch, as the lefties usually do with the bases loaded. The pitch to Hughes, way up and away, ball 1.
Now you're hitting the count now. You just gotta set dead red and get a ball you like and get a good swing at it.
Again, a huge gap in left center for Hughes. The 1-0 from Albrand. Caught the outside corner. This time it's 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 down. Bottom of the third. Albrand's 1-1 to Hughes. Swing and a miss. Fastball away, and he tried to pull it, Coach. It came up empty.
Nope. Can't do it. He's going to have to get a little closer to plate Yeah, against this left-hander. Got to make a little adjustment every now and then.
1-2, the stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball up in the zone, swung on and missed. And Hughes is out on strikes. Rebels load the bases, but cannot push across the tying run. No runs, without a hit, no errors, and the 3 walks all left on base. We have played 3 in Rockport. It remains on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard. Jasper 1, South Spencer nothing on 103.3 The Fix Sports and WJTS 18 Sports. The inning number 4 in a 1-run ball game. 4, 5, and 6 for Jasper. Andrew Wallace, Ross Peter, and Job Libahusen are due. Wildcats pushed across a run in the top of the 3rd. Rebels loaded the bases in the bottom half but could not score. And we've got a 1-0 ball game. Andrew Libahusen flied to center his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Rebels with 1 more on the schedule. They will go to the Pocket City on Monday to take on the Harrison Warriors.
Practice Tuesday and play Prairie Central in the second game on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. 5 o'clock for the first pitch on Monday. Jasper with a couple of home games left the rest of this week. Bloomfield tomorrow. Indianapolis, Brebeuf on Friday. Both 7 o'clock fast time first pitches. Wallace steps in from the left side, and Bunner misses low with a fastball, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on. Skied in the air, third base side. Compton, the third baseman, in fair territory. Calls and gloves for out number 1. 1 down for Ross Peter, the catcher. He lined sharply to center his first time.
Now by number 10, Ross Peter.
Bunner winds and delivers. Another pop-up foul. Roth will give it a look behind the plate near the first base dugout. Stays with it as he falls to the ground. He hangs on for out number 2. As it always does, Coach, that ball started to come back to home plate, and he was able to hang with it.
Yeah.
So quickly, 2 down for the first baseman, Job Libahusen. He flew out to right his first time. That may have been a first pitch swing for Libahusen his last time. Bunner's pitch. He's in there for strike 1.
This hitter probably had to take a pitch because that's just the 4th one. You know, you can't.
Swung on and pulled foul third base side. Bunner left that one up and out over the plate. Libahusen pulled it foul.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard. Thank goodness it was foul.
0-2. The wind from Bunner and the pitch. Breaking ball. Line to third and caught just off the top of the dirt. Houston Compton, the third baseman, going to his left, able to glove that one to retire the side. Wildcats go in order in the top of the 4th. We'll head to the home half of inning number 4 in Rockport. On the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard, it remains Wildcats 1, Rebels nothing on 103.3 The Fix and WJTS 18 Sports. Bottom third of the order for South Spencer as we go to the home half of inning number 4 in a 1-run ball game, 1-0 Jasper. John Brown, Hayden Durnall, and Jake Studeville are due. Brown, the DH, struck out swinging his first time. Albrand has struck out 8 through 3 innings. Rebels have a couple of base hits, but loaded the bases last inning on walks, but could not get the bat on the ball. Brown takes a breaking ball that hits him in the foot, and he'll be aboard to start the 4th. That's the second inning in a row. The Rebels have gotten the leadoff man aboard, this time on the hit by pitch. And here's Hayden Durnall. He singled to right his first time. See if he is asked to sacrifice, Coach.
I think maybe he will be, and I'm hoping that, he's been a swinger, and I don't know how well he can bunt the ball.
He did tip it off on the throw to first. He was going to bunt.
Yep. That's why you throw it over there to see. Unless you want to take it off.
Not a big lead at all for Brown over at first. The pitch. He does show bunt. And bunts through the curveball, throw behind the runner. Brown back in standing. Might as well assume if you're the Rebel base runner on a bunt attempt, if the batter doesn't get it down, the catcher, Peter, is going to try to throw behind you. 0-1 on Durnall as he bunted through that one. Allbrand has gone exclusively with the curveball, the high curveball in bunting situations, and the Rebels haven't been able to find contact. Doesn't show bunt, takes a breaking ball low, and it's 1-1.
Coach switched off that time, and that doesn't surprise me. Take your chances. He got a base hit the first time. Maybe he can get another one.
Fisted one out to right field his first time. 1-1 pitch, grounded sharply down the third base line. That is a fair ball. Down into the corner, past the third baseman Stratton. Big turn at second for Brown, but he'll stop there as the left fielder Foley got it in quickly. 2 aboard, nobody down for Jake Studeville, and now here's a situation with the senior at the plate. Almost assuredly he's going to be bunting, Coach.
Well, there's nobody out, am I right?
True.
Number 12, Jake Studeville.
You have to help me with the scoreboard out there.
Yeah, nobody out.
Okay.
First and
I
second.
would think it would be in order.
Struck out his first time. Top of the order waits on deck. Stratton in at third as Liebehusen holding the runner aboard at first. Bunted, third base side, beautifully done. The pitcher will pick it up, shovel to third, and not in time. As a good jump at second for John Brown, and he beat the play in there. Wildcats elected not to have the third baseman Stratton come get that, and the pitcher Allbrand picked it up and tried to flip it to third, and that bunt was deep enough, Coach, that Brown was able to beat it out.
Right, and such an advantage of having a left-handed pitcher, because he has to do is flip it.
Right.
Right-handed pitcher
Has
would
to
have had to turn, would be very awkward.
So here's Jalen Johnson, the Rebel second baseman, with the bases loaded and nobody out. 1-run game in the fourth. Allbrand delivers, and it's a swing and a miss for Johnson, 0-1.
Somebody out of this next threesome just got to square one up and hope they can hit a hole.
John Brown was hit by a pitch. Hayden Durnall singled down the left field line. Jake Studeville reached on the bunt single, trying to sacrifice. They're loaded with nobody down. The 0-1 to Johnson from Allbrand. Here it comes. Fastball just outside. It's 1-1.
1 ball and 1 strike to count.
Outfield playing Johnson around the other way. Infield double play depth up the middle. Third baseman at the edge of the grass at third. The pitch outside. It's 2-1. First baseman Liebehusen playing in front of the runner. Actually holding the runner on at first with a bases loaded situation.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised with that, but that's their choice to play him that way.
2-1 coming to Johnson from Allbrand. Swing and a miss at the fastball up and away. In the zone up and away, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that pitch is borderline whether it's a strike or not, but Rebels are trying to get the bat head out, and they're going to have to stay inside of it and flip it the other way, and we haven't seen anybody do that.
And there's a big hole between first and second with the first baseman holding the runner on and the second baseman in double play position. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Pulled off that fastball away, and Johnson is out on strikes for out number 1. So here's Noah Bunner.
Number 10, Noah Bunner.
Bunner has struck out twice in 2 trips to the plate.
You get an inning set up for you like this and can't put the ball in play, and that's.
Here comes the pitch to Bunner. Lifts one down the right field side, long run. The right fielder will not play that one. It is foul.
See, that ball's out of the strike zone. That ball's high and outside.
0-1 on Bunner. Not sure that Troxler could get to that one. Down the line and right. 0-1 on Bunner. Bases loaded for the Rebels. 1 down. The stretch and the pitch from Allbrand. Breaking ball swung over the top for strike 2. I have a feeling Mr. Bunner's going to see another one of those sharp breaking balls, Coach.
Another K would be very, very beneficial here.
The stretch. And the 0-2. There it is, and there's a wave and a miss on the breaking ball away, and Bunner is out on strikes for the third time.
Ball's out in the other batter's box. Got it swinging some good pitches.
10th strikeout for Allbrand. He's an out away from getting out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam. Jackson Roth to the plate. He's been aboard twice, reached on an error and walked. He'll bat with the bases loaded, 2 down. The stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball drops in there for strike 1. Huge gap out in left center if Roth can pull one over the shortstop's head. But also a big hole through the right side of the infield. The 0-1. Breaking ball, got a strike at the outside corner. That was a very borderline pitch.
Yeah, thank you.
0-2. Hitter can't reach that one. Pitcher got a strike out of it. The 0-2. Breaking ball, and Roth fouls it away. Wastes a good breaking ball there, or a breaking ball, and it's still 0-2.
Jackson may be our one chance of, making some good contact. Of course, he's got himself in the hole now.
Bases loaded, 2 down now. The 0-2. Down low with the breaking ball, 1-2. Good eye around that outside corner, but it was down. And it's 1-2. Junior catcher saw it well. Allbrand ready. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And the inning is over. So the bottom of the order loads the bases with nobody down. The top of the order, 3 straight strikeouts as Allbrand gets out of it. No runs for the Rebels in the 4th. On 2 base hits, no errors, and 3 runners left. We played 4 in Rockport. It is Jasper 1, South Spencer nothing on the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard on 103.3 The Fix Sports. 1-0 game as we go to inning number 5. It's been a game of missed opportunities for South Spencer. They have left 9 runners on base through 4 innings. Last 2 innings, they have left the bases loaded. Last half inning, they had them loaded with nobody down with the top of the order up, and Jack Allbrand struck out the top of the order in 3 straight, all swinging. Bottom third of the order for Jasper. Stratton, Hinkie, and Troxler. This part of the order delivered a run there last time. Grant Stratton led off the third with a walk and came around to score the game's lone run. Noah Bunner for the Rebels winds and delivers. Down low, 1-0. The 1-0. Missed down low, 2-0.
Don't want to put somebody on. Make them hit it their way on. Jasper got a little action in the bullpen.
Allbrand has thrown a lot of pitches, and Bunner's gone 3-0 on Stratton to start the 5th. The 3-0. There's in the pitch in there for a strike, 3-1. Not sure what the home plate umpire was trying to signal there.
I think he had called a strike, but he forgot to signal.
Okay. 3-1. Driven out into left field on the line. Right there is Ashton Tyndall to make the catch for out number 1. Stratton got a 3-1 fastball and did not miss it, but he hit it right at Tyndall and left for out number 1.
Bunner did what you had to do. Threw a strike, looking for contact.
So here's Ben Hinkie, the shortstop, flew out to center his first time. The wind and the pitch. Missed in the middle of the zone there, 1-0. Not sure. Guess he called it high, but that thing was belt high or below. The 1-0. Swung on, popped him up. That's playable. It'll be the first baseman, Studeville, to come in on the infield grass and glove it for out number 2. Thought we were going to have a situation where nobody called it again, Coach, but Studeville was calling, and Bunner ran to the bag at first.
I noticed after that previous play over there that Coach
Will Troxler.
Geester was having a little discussion with him about, I'm sure it was simply about taking charge.
So here's the number 9 hitter, Will Troxler. Right fielder takes one up and in. He laid down a sacrifice bunt back in that 3rd inning that set up the Wildcats lone run.
Not been an offensive ball game, at least in the numbers category.
1-0. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the high fastball. It's 1-1. Rebels out hitting the Wildcats 4-1. Left 9 runners on board. Jasper's only left 1. There's another swing and a miss at a pitch upstairs. It's 1-2, but the Rebels have squandered all their opportunities. Jack Albrand has done his job when he's been in trouble. He has been able to induce strikeouts with good breaking balls. There's a good breaking ball from Bunner, and Troxler strikes out swinging to end the 5th inning. That is 7 in a row set down by Bunner going back to the end of the 3rd inning. Wildcats go in order in the 5th. We will head to the home half of the 5th. On the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard, it remains Wildcats 1, Rebels nothing on 103.3 The Fix Sports and WJTS 18 Sports. On to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0 game. Jasper leading South Spencer. Been an odd day at the plate for the Rebels. They've had all kinds of chances, and they have all kinds of strikeouts as well. Kobe Bartlett is 1 for 2 with a bunt single and a strikeout. Takes a strike from Jack Albrand, 0-1. South Spencer has made only 1 out on a batted ball and none in fair territory. Everything else on an out has been a strikeout. There's a swing and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2.
His curveball has gotten considerably better. Early going, he was just working with his fastball, and now the breaking pitches. Pretty good.
Rebels do have 4 base hits. 2 of them are bunt singles. And Bartlett swings through the breaking ball. He is out number 1. Strikeout number 12 for Albrand. Here is Houston Compton. He is 0 for 1. He struck out and walked. Rebels have drawn 3 walks, had 4 base hits, and had a man hit, so they've had base runners. They've loaded the bases twice. But 12 strikeouts will take you out of any scoring opportunity. Albrand misses away with a breaking ball there to Compton. 1-0. Upstairs, it's 2-0. Albrand has thrown a lot of pitches, Coach.
Yes, I haven't tallied them up, but his least inning's been 18.
Here comes the 2-0. Compton takes down low. It's 3-0.
Yeah, that was borderline there.
Compton way ahead, 3-0. Albrand winds and deals and puts one right down the middle, 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Up and away. Compton draws a walk for the 2nd straight plate appearance. 4th free pass issued by Albrand. And here's Cage Hughes, who's 0 for 2. He's popped out in foul territory, struck out swinging. Compton aboard with 1 down. The stretch. Throw to first. Runner back standing. I don't know if they were trying to see whether Hughes was going to bunt, but
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't either in this situation. The best power threats the Rebels have in their lineup, the pitch. That just inside to Hughes with a fastball, 1-0. The stretch. And the 1-0 plateward. Upstairs, good eye for Hughes. It's 2-0. That was a pitch Albrand wanted to swing and a pop-up on, and Hughes did not oblige. Big gap in left center yet again. And that one just up and in. It's 3-0.
Cage might have learned something in his previous at-bats, not chasing up there.
Way ahead 3-0 with Compton at first, 1 down. The stretch. And the 3-0. Taking all the way, and it's in there just under the belt, 3-1.
But you know he's adding to his pitch count all the time. He's done a nice job.
We never did get a look at who the man was warming up in the Jasper bullpen earlier. 3-1 to Hughes. Popped him up third base side. Not a lot of room over there, and it'll get out of play. Get into that light standard behind the third base dugout and trickle down. It's 3-2.
I think that ball was ball 4. It looked to me like he reached and it was up and away.
So 3-2 to Hughes. Compton, the runner at first, one down. The stretch. And the pitch. Check swing, foul ball back. Hughes very late saw that was going to be ball 4 high, but he couldn't pull the bat back in time. And it's still 3-2. Was able to tip it foul back to the screen. That one came just above our WJTS camera operator Jeremy Marcos down there at field level. Another 3-2. Down low, ball 4, and they're 2 aboard with 1 down. So Albrand has walked 5 to go with the 12 strikeouts. And here's John Brown.
Been a lot of pitch and catch, hasn't there been?
Yes, there has. That'll bring Terry Gobert. No, it's Brian Kirchhoff, former Northeast DuBois and Heritage Hills head coach, is helping out his good friend Terry Gobert this season, and he'll come out and talk with his junior left-hander. You know, because Coach didn't have enough good help on that bench. As it was, being able to add a guy like Brian Kirchhoff.
We're going to.
And the Wildcats will make a pitching change. So 1-0 game here in the 5th inning, and Coach Gobert will now come out and tell the home plate umpire about the change. 1-0 Jasper. Rebels with 2 aboard, 1 down as we stay here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Back to tell you about the new Jasper pitcher after this on 103.3 The Fix Sports. New pitcher for Jasper is junior right-hander Cody Morton. He'll come from second base to the hill. Senior infielder Caleb Berger enters the game for Jasper. He'll enter in that number 4 hole, being DH'd for by Andrew Wallace in place of Jack Albrand.
We had Albrand for 97 today, which is quite a few pitches.
5 1/3. And here is the DH, John Brown. First and second, 1 down. In the dirt, blocked by Peter. Throw down to second. Sliding back in is Houston Compton. Elected to slide in feet first instead of the dive back in and was safe. 1-0 to Brown. He was 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch his last time. The 1-0. Ooh, got a generous strike there. It's 1-1. Catcher caught that below his outside shin guard and got a strike out of it. It's not easy to do. The 1-1. Checked on 1 in the dirt. It's 2-1. 5 1/3 innings for Albrand. He ended up striking out 12 and walking 5, giving up 4 base hits. Strike on the outside corner there, and it's 2-2. Actually, I think 6 walks where it ended. We'll see here. 3. Nope, just the 5. Beg your pardon. 2-2 coming to Brown. Driven out into right center field. Eli Hope hadn't played that way. He'll make the catch. Runners don't tag. And there are 2 down for Hayden Durnall, the right fielder, who is 2 for 2.
We would have given a lot for that in a couple different innings, wouldn't we?
No doubt. Last inning in particular.
Number 8, Hayden Durnall.
4 hits total for South Spencer. The Cats have 1. Durnall, the number 8 hitter of the order. The bottom part of the order.
So here is Durnall. He's 2 for 2, single to right, and pulled one down the third base line. And he'll take a nice cut and foul one straight back to the screen there. 0-1.
I think that's the best thing you can do with Durnall is just put him up there and go to hacking, because that seems to be and makes pretty good contact.
That one came right into your living room if you're watching on WJTS 18 Sports. First and second, 2 down, the 0-1. Got a strike at the knees. It's 0-2. Rebel fans voicing their disagreement down there behind home plate. They've thought a couple of those have been low or outside or both. 0-2 on Durnall.
I think he had the plate. I don't know about the height.
The pitch from Morton is down low. It's 1-2. Compton at second, Hughes at first. Both walked with one out to end the day for Allbrand. Morton trying to end the inning. Rebels trying to get back even with a 2-out base hit. The 1-2. Breaking ball away. Good eye for Durnall. It's 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes for Captain Durnall. Studevil's on deck.
Durnall has half the Rebel hits in this one, and the only ones that weren't bunt singles. His 2 hits. Here comes the 2-2. Down low, and it's 3-2, and that means the Rebel base runners get a head start.
That could make a difference on a base hit.
For South Spencer, man, you don't want to do that against these guys. Yeah.
3-2 on Durnall. First and second, 2 down. Morton comes stretch. The pitch. Lined out into left, hit hard, but right at the left fielder, Connor Foley, who backs up a step and a half and gloves it to retire the side. Another chance for the Rebels, and they cannot cash in. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. We'll head to inning number 6 at Joe Hargis Athletic Field. On the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard, it remains Wildcats 1, Rebels nothing on 103.3 The Fix Sports. Steve Kolb and Jim Hoff back at Joe Hargis Athletic Field in Rockport. We head to inning number 6 in a 1-0 ball game. Jasper got a lone run back in the third. 1-out RBI double to left off the bat of Eli Hope. Got it over the head of the left fielder Ashton Tyndall.
Leading off, number 11,
Jasper
Eli Hope.
has led ever since, and Hope will lead it off. The leadoff hitter, Jasper has the top of their order due up, and Noah Bunner puts in strike 1, 0-1. Noah has pitched a fine game, Coach.
Very nice.
Giving up just that 1 RBI base hit. That's the only hit he's allowed. Breaking ball misses down. It's 1-1.
He's had good support. You know, the Rebels have played nice defense.
Walked 2, struck out 2, and hit a batter. Breaking ball, cued off the end of the bat, slowly to the second baseman. Johnson gloves, off balance, flip to first is in time for out number 1. Hope grounds out. Had him fooled with the speed of that pitch and movement. 1 down for the pitcher, Cody Morton. Morton's without an official at bat. He has walked and been hit by a pitch. Base is clear, 1 down. The pitch from Bunner. High fastball, fouled back to the screen, 0-1.
There's a lot to say about strike 1, and he's been very good with that.
The 0-1. Outside, it's 1-1.
Going to do it this inning. That's outside. But Bunner, this has been one of the more impressive.
The 1-1. Big breaking ball stays up and in, 2-1. Haven't seen any activity in that Rebel bullpen for good cause. Bunner's been good. On the inside corner with a change of pace. It's 1-2.
Now, I haven't counted these pitches up, but he's not over by any means.
The 2-2. Pop foul. Hit the support pole at the very top of the fence behind home plate. Joe Hargis Athletic Field has the netting, but the netting in place of the old fencing, so you still have the fence poles up there. Off speed, just up and in. It did miss. 3-2. Bunner wanted it, but I think it was just up and in. 3-2. And now he missed ball 4, and there's a 1-out walk. Third walk issued by Bunner, and 2 of them have been to Morton. And here's Connor Foley.
Walked a batter in front of 3 and 4 coming up.
Foley is 0 for 2. He struck out and popped out to the second baseman in 2 trips. But you are, as Coach alluded to, flirting with danger, putting guys on in front of big, strong Connor Foley, and he pulls 1 foul third base side, 0-1. Runner at first, 1 down. Bunner the stretch, the 0-1. Off speed, misses away. It's 1-1.
1 ball and 1 strike. Top half of inning number 6.
Rebels, after tonight, off till Monday. They'll visit Evansville Harrison to wrap up the regular season. Jasper with a pair at home the rest of this week, tomorrow and Friday. Popped him up. First base side foul. Studeville will give it a look in foul territory and will glove it for out number 2. Foley is 0 for 3 in this one.
Got him on that off-speed curveball,
And here's the DH, Andrew Wallace, who is 0 for 2. He's flied to center and popped out to third.
Number 18, Andrew Wallace.
got a pinch runner here, number 1 coming in to.
Tanner Ernie Jr. going to come in and run for Morton at first, be a courtesy runner. And he's probably in there to try to swipe second base and get a runner in scoring position for Wallace with 2 down.
Well, and then get Morton out of the off of the bases.
So Bunner will step off the back of the rubber. We got a storyline if he's stepping off the back of the runner. Wallace in from the left side. Pitch on the outside corner from Bunner. It's 0-1. The stretch in the 0-1. Just above the belt, 1-1.
Not many strikes up there today.
Nope.
Both ways. Might get a little bit down, or in or out, but not up there.
The 1-1 to Wallace, way upstairs, and it's 2-1.
2 balls and 1 strike. Ross Peter on deck and hoping to get a crack.
Runner at first with 2 down for Jasper. Top of the 6th inning. Wildcats lead 1-0. The pitch. Outside of the breaking ball, 3-1.
3 balls and a strike without the count. The wind has calmed down. Not much wind as we speak.
Here comes the 3-1 to Wallace. Strike just under the belt on the outer third. It's 3-2. Everything's been off speed to Wallace, as it was to Foley. So here comes a 3-2 pitch. Runner goes, pitch. Fouled back out of play. We'll do another 3-2 pitch. Rebels will go to Frank Clemens Field in Tell City for 2A sectional number 48, starting next Wednesday, week from tonight. And they'll take on the Perry Central Commodores in Game 2, 7 o'clock Central. Pre-game report around 6:50 here at 103.3 The Fix Sports. Popped up, third base side, maybe playable for Compton. Racing to the dugout, reaches up, and he made the catch and retires the side. Fine play by Compton. That ball wasn't up in the air for a ton of time, but he raced over there to the edge of the dugout near the steps and was able to glove it to retire the side, and Jasper can't score in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. On we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. On the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard, it remains Jasper 1, South Spencer nothing on 103.3 The Fix Sports. 9-1 and 2 for South Spencer as we go to the home half of inning number 6 in a 1-run game. Blake Morton back out for the 6th after finishing the 5th for the Wildcats. Pours a fastball strike over the outside to Jake Studeville. Senior first baseman for the Rebels is 1 for 2. Struck out swinging and reached on a bunt single, trying to sacrifice. Laid it down perfectly. Fouls this one back out of play, and it's 0-2. That was back in the 4th inning when the bottom third of the order for the Rebels loaded the bases with nobody down, a hit batter, a single down the third base line, and a bunt single to load them. But the top of the order struck out 1-2-3. Hanging breaking ball grounded to second. Up cleanly is Caleb Berger, the new second baseman, and he throws to first for out number 1. Back to the top for Jalen Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 2 with a walk. He has struck out twice. Those were against Allbrand. He'll face the right-hander Morton for Allbrand. 97 pitches, 5 1/3 innings of work. No runs allowed. Gave up 4 hits, walked 5, struck out 12, and hit a batter. Johnson a swing and a miss. Late on the fastball. It's 0-1.
He's had some problems making contact today. Normally he hasn't had that problem. Swinging right through it.
Told you the Rebels play at Frank Clemens Field in Tell City, Class 2A Sectional 48. Here's a strike over the outer third with a fastball. It's 0-2. Jasper and 4A Sectional 16 at Bossy Field in Evansville, and they get Castle in Game 1, 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern, next Thursday, the 27th. Right there on the outside corner at the knees, Johnson caught looking. He is out number 1. So 2 down bases clear for Noah Bunner.
Now back to the Rebels, number 10, Noah Bunner.
First strikeout for Morton. Morton takes a strike, or I should say Morton delivers a strike. Bunner takes it 0-1. He's 0 for 3, has struck out swinging 3 times. The 0-1. Cut and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 to Bunner. Got him looking, strike 3, and the inning is over. Rebels go 1, 2, 3 very quickly in the 6th as Morton mows him down. We have played 6 complete here at Joe Hargis Athletic Field in Rockport. On the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard, Wildcats the only team to get a slice so far. They lead at 1-0 on 103.3 The Fix Sports and WJTS 18 Sports. On we go to inning number 7. Noah Bunner has been very good for the Rebels today, and he's back out there for the 7th. He's given up the 1 run. Just struck out a couple, but he's gotten a lot of weak contact thus far. He'll go through 5, 6, and 7 in the Jasper lineup here in the 7th. Ross Peter, Job Libahusen, and Grant Stratton are due.
Leading off number 10, Ross Peter.
Ross Peters 0 for 2, lined sharply to center, popped out to the catcher. Takes an off-speed strike, 0-1. Will be a dandy in the opener of that Class 4A Sectional 16 at Bossy Field with these Wildcats and the Castle Knights. That's down and away, 1-1. I'd say if you didn't have a team to root for and you just wanted to go watch some baseball, Coach, that'd be a good one to go see.
Yeah, very good to challenge. Yes, it would.
Ooh, off-speed way up over the head of the right-hand hitter. It's 2-1. Bunner probably just fortunate that was high enough it didn't hit the batter. Harrison and North will play game 2 that night. Wrights and Central have the bye. That pitch is flied out to center. Bartlett right there, in a couple of steps toward left center to glove it for out number 1. 1 down for Job Libba, who's in the first baseman. He is flied to right, lined out sharply to third. Houston Compton a couple of steps to his left and picked it off the top of the dirt. The pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0. 1-0 game, top of inning number 7. Pitch fouled out of play, first base side. It's 1-1. Rebels will play game 2 of night 1. Be Wednesday the 26th at Frank Clemens Field. Tell City and Forest Park in the opener at 5:30 Central. South Spencer and Perry Central in game number 2 at 7. They'll come back Thursday. The winners play at 5:30, and then North Posey and Mater Dei in game 2 at 7. Championship game Monday, Memorial Day at 6 o'clock. That was a strike. Here comes the 0-2 to Libahusen. High breaking ball, lifted foul, first base side. Another souvenir for Bill Evans Avenue and somebody's front yard as it kangaroos across the street.
Taking a lot off of that pitch, and
so we'll do another 0-2 delivery. Fastball up and in. Almost hit him. It's 1-2.
That's a good place to throw after the off-speed pitch.
Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Chopped wide of third. Up with it is Compton. Got a good hop. Sets and guns to first. In time for out number 2. 2 down bases clear for Grant Stratton, the third baseman. He scored the game's only run. That was way back in the 3rd. He reached on a walk. Came around to score on that ball off the bat of Eli Hope. We put it down as a hit. Not sure what it'll be in the official book for J.C. Davis, the official scorekeeper here. And that's bunted back to the pitcher Bunner. He'll glove and flip on to first in time. And Noah Bunner works a 1-2-3 7th inning. 1-3 on the putout. Jasper in order. That is the fourth inning in this ball game, fourth different inning where the Wildcats have gone 1, 2, 3. And we'll head to the bottom of the seventh inning. Decision time coming up. On the Angelo's Pizza scoreboard, it's Jasper 1, South Spencer nothing. On 103.3 The Fix and WJTS 18 Sports. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning. 1-0 Jasper. South Spencer's had plenty of chances, way more than the Wildcats, but they've not cashed anything in. 11 runners left on base today for the Rebels. They have left the bases loaded twice. Jackson Roth has been aboard twice. He is 0 for 2 and walked. And Cody Morton puts one in the dirt for ball 1. Roth reached on an error in the first, walked in the third, struck out swinging to end the fourth. That was the inning. The Rebels had the bases loaded with nobody down in the top of the order. Struck out 3 straight at bats. That's upstairs, 2-0.
Have you ever noticed how 3, 4, and 5 always managed to come out, come up in the last inning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's Morton's 2-0 to Roth. Taking, and it's a strike at the belt, 2-1.
That's a good take. I'm trying to.
Morton peers over the top of his glove, the 2-1 to Roth. Flies one down the first base line, near the line. Long chase, diving attempt in foul territory, and did he hang on to it?
I don't think so. They're just pointing foul.
Base umpire put the hand out foul, but never did raise it for an out, and it was an outstanding effort for the second baseman, Caleb Berger, on that flare down the line. Made a dive into foul territory and could not come up with it. Hard for us to tell looking through the netting of the grandstand third base side whether he ever actually got his glove on it or not. So Roth back to the plate, and it's 2-2 to start the bottom of the seventh inning. 2-2 on Roth. The wind and the pitch. High ball 3. Good eye there. And now he'll see a 3-2 pitch. Huge gap in left center if Jackson could drive one that way. They are way around the other way. But he looks at strike 3 at the knees.
Right there.
On the outside corner, and he is out number 1.
Right there.
Morton has struck out the last 3 batters he has faced. And that is 15 strikeouts for Rebel batters today. Here's Kobe Bartlett. He is 1 for 3. Reached on a bunt single in the first and struck out swinging twice since. The wind from Morton in the pitch is right in there for strike 1.
That's been a strike all day right there.
Oh, yeah. Here comes the 0-1. Driven out to right. Very playable for Will Troxler, the right fielder, and he'll glove it for out number 2. Rebels down to their final out in this one. And Houston Compton will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Struck out in the first, and he's walked twice since. 1-0 game, bottom of the seventh inning, 2 down, bases empty. And Compton, the big right-hander, will step in against Morton. The line to the pitch. Lined toward the shortstop up the middle. Gloved by Hankey. Compton put a good swing but didn't hit it on the good part of the bat, and he lines out to shortstop. The Rebels go in order to end the ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 1-0 your final score, and in an oddity, if it is indeed an error in that third inning on the Rebel left fielder, then Noah Bunner throws a 7-inning no-hitter in a loss. If they count that as a hit, Jasper finishes with a hit. If that's put down as an error, Jasper had no hits on the day, but will win it 1-0. 1-0 the final for Jasper. Wildcats improved to 22-2. Rebels fall to 12-12. That'll wrap up our coverage on WJTS 18 Sports.